where this being has unlimited power, unlimited everything, because he's just always.
Do you disagree?
But
do you disagree?
I just do. Yes.
Okay.
I cannot agree.
So now tell me, how is this being who's supposed to exist always is limited?
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying that he could not be unlimited. And
so you agree that the being has to be unlimited?
No, I do not. I'm just saying.
You cannot agree and not agree.
I know. I'm saying I can put myself in your position and hypothesize that this being was unlimited.
Do you accept rationally? Do you accept that being has to be absolute?
Not really. No.
Okay. If it's not absolute, then it's dependent, finite, and limited. Not absolute. How do you accept something that exists without a beginning is limited and dependent and finite?
No, because a magic being.
Justify that rationally.
As like a being.
No, justify it rationally.
Just come into existence.
Being didn't come into existence.
No, I mean,
you don't get it.
Like, obviously, it's something like nothing that would have just always existed.
There has to be something that exists always. Why you're backtracking?
We agree. Always existing. No. That's unconscious and just like a gathering, just
like your kitchen, unconscious, and not being able to make a cup of coffee.
There's a difference between a kitchen. Like I say, you cannot compare a kitchen to something the size of the universe and its complexity of the universe. Obviously, a kitchen does not apply the same laws.
Are you giving universe again consciousness, intent, design, and purpose, and will?
You could almost say in the way the universe does have like a consciousness because stuff happens.
So now we've moved one step forward. This universe, this is not a God model. It's a godless model. This universe has consciousness.
I'm not saying it has consciousness, but I'm saying you could have.
Now you're backtracking.
No, I'm saying it doesn't have. I know it doesn't have consciousness. But when I say I can see how you can see it in such a way where it has the consciousness. Because stuff happens.
You are arriving at those conclusions in a way which is not by emotion, but intellectual reasoning. No, so your intellect is directing you to say, this universe looks like it has consciousness.
I guess the truth is that I just cannot agree with you.
It's not agreeing. It's about agreeing with you. That's the question.
I just can't.
Do you agree with you?
I cannot agree.
Do you agree with you, Max?
I do agree with myself.
Right. So do you agree with you that the universe shows consciousness?
Not really.
Not really. Okay.
I don't necessarily think it shows consciousness, but I think because stuff happens so randomly, you can perceive it in a way.
So something that exists eternally, you are giving the attribute of randomness eternally, and yet randomness created order.
Of course.
So this randomness, this universe, without any consciousness.
No. I'll tell you how. It's God. Like equilibrium. When you expend energy, when something expends energy, it creates order. The universe is always becoming less disordered. But on a small
do you know what
scale,
random means?
If you get rid of energy, you can create order. That's what energy. When you're running and doing stuff, it's expending energy. You are creating order.
I want to borrow your example. Max. Now this is still hot, right? Now if I go into a kitchen.
Yeah.
With my big hammer or whatever I have, and smash randomly everything of your kitchen.
Yeah.
When can I get a good cup of coffee?
I'm saying you have like made the universe less disordered. But
that's what I'm saying. Your kitchen, I am randomly smashing your fridge.
But you can expend energy. You know what I'm saying? You can expend energy to move and remake the stuff.
That's what I'm. Look. What you give to the universe, I give to the kitchen. Randomness. I randomly go and smash your kitchen upside down. When am I going to expect a coffee in a cup like that?
When someone expends the energy to make one.
You are again saying, with this randomness, random movement, you can never get coffee.
No, I'm saying, obviously stuff is not random nowadays, because people have brains and people can consciously do stuff.
The universe doesn't have brains, does it?
No, but we have brains, so we can consciously
But you don't control the universe. You don't control the universe, and you didn't control the universe at the very beginning when there's no beginning. So
yes,
the point is still...
The most random thing you could say, up to the point of where stuff took over by itself, when life took over by itself, is up to the point where 2 amino acids came together and divided. That's like the randomness it comes up to. And then from there onwards, life took on its own control.
I am getting confused. You are at one point saying you can never have a cup of coffee.
Exactly.
How do you pronounce it? Kolichi?
No.
I don't drink coffee. But I'm saying my brother does. He wants coffee from your kitchen. He goes in your kitchen randomly and smashes everything randomly. you are suggesting somehow it's possible
To have it, yeah.
by random events of movements to have
No,
this
it wouldn't be
coffee.
man. He would consciously decide to go to the shop and get new
But
stuff,
I'm-
which would spend energy.
So if he smashes your kitchen, do you still think it's possible to have a coffee like this?
Not that cup of coffee, but you can have another cup of coffee.
How can you have another cup of coffee?
You would go to Starbucks.
From his kitchen.
It's the only kitchen in the universe.
No, I'm saying.
What we're illustrating,
Can make another.
no, what we're illustrating is, if his kitchen was the whole universe,
Yeah, but like I
random-
said, you cannot compare a cup
with
of coffee.
random events, imagine his kitchen was all the universe that what there else. Yeah? With random movements, you can never get a cup of coffee.
Yes,
Like
there's a
you
big
can get a
difference
universe
between a cup of coffee.
like we have today in randomness. That's what I'm trying to get
Like
at.
I said,
And I'm sure Max understands
the big
that.
difference between a cup of coffee and the universe. The universe cannot randomly create a cup of coffee, but it created.
Okay. Now, suppose God existed. How many gods rationally make sense to exist? One or many?
One.
I agree with you. Monotheism. That means polytheism or other belief system where there are many gods, we can disregard that because it doesn't make sense. I am a Muslim. Do you know how many gods I believe in?
One.
One God. Do you know what are the characteristics or attributes God has given to himself? Let me show you. I don't have to tell you, I can just show it to you. Look, there's a small chapter in the Quran. This is confirming our speculative understanding of who God is. Surah 112. There are 114 chapters or surahs in the Quran. This is 2 more after that, right? This is the third, ultimate third. Say He is Allah who is one. Allah the eternal refuge, the eternal being. Neither begets nor is born. He hasn't got any children, He hasn't got any fathers or lineage. Yeah? One and only and unique. No fathers, no children. Nor is there to Him any equivalent. There's no likeness or comparison or comparable anything to Him. So you have, God is describing Himself, He's one and only and unique. He's eternal and absolute. He's not born and doesn't produce children or doesn't produce any offspring.
Yes, I know.
There's
that
nothing
Quran
like unto
says
God.
that, but
Now,
you're not going to get me to say.
No, what I'm
that
saying is,
God exists.
look how this is so coherent
There's one God.
about oneness of God the Quran provides. You know there can be only 2 models of this universe. A God model, a godless model. The God model the Quran provides, your heart and your mind will be happy with, tranquil with, content with. It describes God, who is this? One and only and independent and absolute. It is not saying, oh, I don't know. It's not saying like, let me give you an example. Suppose this book said, God created the rainbow for a reason that when He's about to destroy mankind again and looks at the cloud and sees the rainbow and says, oh, I remember now not to destroy mankind. You will say, what kind of God is that? Who needs reminding by a rainbow? Our God, there's not a leaf that falls on the ground or the darkest of the ants on a dark night, but God is unaware of. He is the all-aware. He created this.
I know, I guess to me, I just cannot see how God would
Have you
do
read the
it.
Quran?
No.
Okay.
Let
me give you an
honest, I haven't read it.
No problem.
It's a long
no
book
problem.
and
No.
I find it a bit boring.
Look, such a small book. It fits in your pocket.
No, that's not the proper Quran.
That is the proper Quran.
Come on. The proper Quran is in Arabic.
This is in Arabic.
Yeah, I don't know how to read Arabic.
No, you know? You do?
I don't know how to read Arabic.
And English.
The only Quran I would trust is an old Quran, one that's untranslated.
Okay, but you need to learn Arabic for
I
that,
need to
right?
learn Arabic to do
Since
that.
you haven't learned Arabic yet, you can use an aid, what we call a translation, and read it. I want to show you something extraordinary, but it's simple. You know how we're discussing...
leave in a minute.
Okay, so we will summarize this, right? Max, it's been a pleasure speaking to you, but I want to share with us. You know how we talk about, we're speculating about this universe and the cause of this universe and the origin of this universe? We want to have guidance. We want to know the truth. Look what the Quran says about this book. Shall I tell you the Arabic first because English is... No, and then I'll try to translate.
I won't understand
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alif Lam Mim. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين Only 2 statements of the Quran. Alif Lam Mim. This is the book about which there is no doubt, a guidance for those who are conscious of Allah, God. Allah is the name of God. So this book, from the very outset, tells you this is a book which gives you guidance without doubt. Without a doubt. For those who are conscious of God. You are conscious that either there is God or there isn't. You know, the reality is this. It will guide you without a doubt. Look, I haven't made any notes. This is a gift from me to you. Read it, contemplate, reflect on it, and maybe sometimes later when you're again in the park, we discuss. But now, you know,
Okay.
I leave you with this Quran.
Yeah, have a good day.
Okay? Take care, Max.
Yeah, you too.
Nice pleasure speaking to you.
Same.